last letter, you asked me to describe life here. There's so much to write about, yet such little time. Where do I begin? Do you remember when I first told you that I wanted to join the seminary? You were worried you were losing a son. I'm happy that with time, you have seen that my calling is a gift from God.
I started my journey at Molo. The first month is just going to Shamba, tilling the land. The next step was St. Augustine, Mabanga, where we do our Philosophicum. Here at St. Thomas Aquinas, I love the place because it's the world of theology now. We are no longer in abstract, we are talking about reality.
The first few days were brutal. The culture shock, new people, so many rules, homesickness, and I kept wanting to call, to hear you and my little sister's voice, something familiar, but I couldn't. During the spiritual year, we are not allowed to use phones as much. It is a time of reflection, silence, and prayer.
I have been born and raised in a place called Maina. This place has commonly been known as ghetto, or in other words, slums. And from all this is where I can trace the heart and the soul of my vocation. It is service to those people who are in the peripheries of life.
The academics, I love them because they sharpen me, they sharpen everybody. I'm also a very good winger and also a very, 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 very good basketballer. Being the only son from a family of many girls is not easy. I won't have that joy of being called a dad, or I won't have that joy of naming my dad or my mom. I won't have that joy of being part of being called Mpoa, I'm verified. But considering that I'll be called father by many, not just one or two or three, I'll be called by many.
Our days begin when the sun rises. That was so hard at first. It commences with adoration, lauds, mass, and then we proceed to spend the day in a blend of study, prayer, manual work, games, and community interactions. Here I was thinking I was coming to the seminary to learn the scripture and the mass. Shock on me. But the beauty of it is, I have found a family here.
Our oldest seminary in the country is St. Thomas Aquinas Seminary, which was built in the early 60s. It was well built, but the buildings are normal progress with time, begin to age. They require touch-up here and there. Sometimes they require renovation that is very expensive and very substantial.
Our journey has not been without its trials.
The seminaries are in dire need of renovation. We still use firewood to cook in this day and age.
Something really that would touch me if changed is the condition of our rooms are leaking. So you see people developing cold now and then, and others even develop chest problems.
Some of the buildings we have today are completely going to be condemned. They can no longer be used for educational purposes in our country, in our institutions. We need to build new seminaries altogether. We're straining.
In a given year, up to 200 people who want to join the seminary. St. Mary's Molo has a capacity of 75. So we are forced then either to turn people away or to look for alternative situations.
Many students come line up at the entrance there. They want to join the seminary, but they're turned back. And these are the same youth you want to keep away from trouble, but they're turned away. So we need each one of us to go deep and look into our souls and say, well, how can I support the church to train more seminarians who will then later become ordained as priests?
We don't want a diocese to find itself in a situation whereby it tells seminarians, we can't admit you this year, wait a bit until resources are available.
It involves just the books. You buy the books, the material, the tuition, you have the tuition part. You have to check us on this. And also the formators. They get something from there. Those ones who are teaching them, those ones who are forming them, they still need their pocket money.
We hear whispers of change. A seminary's endowment fund is in the pipeline. Fingers crossed that it pours blessings upon us, especially with the looming of oncoming rains, just threatening our daily cold water shower routine and leaky roofs. But we keep our focus on the journey